This is a slam poem, a 2-minute cram, a verbal spam, under spotlight's glam. I'll be a ham, pretending I give a damn about world flim flam. In my evolution from a clam to a human in a pram, with words I will ram you, bang bang, thank you ma'am. In a religiously rhyming rant, where I try and plant mentally decant ideas so elegant that I begin to pant like a hyperventilating impact. Because audiences love babies. At least compared to catching scabies or being bitten by a bat infected with rabies, which are both hypothetical maybes, introducing a question into oration, a thought-provoking incantation delivered in whispered intonation before a sudden exclamation about conspiracy of United Nations run by corrupt corporations intent on monopolisation of shopping malls in urbanisation, which is all trivialisation of the role of the male seahorse in gestation. Kim Kardashian ideation, collagen lip implantation, Brazilian wax exfoliation, suppression of sexual orientation, homophobic vilification, teenage acne inflammation, exploitation of colonisation, refusal of refugee repatriation, negative effects of radiation, rising sea level inundation, climate change conflagration, animal and plant extermination, planet Earth's termination, my fragile mental situation. Which is why this is a scam poem, a sham poem, just an I am poem. So when the middle-aged white man walks up the stage, grabs the microphone and starts poeting about his life, I don't care. I don't care how much money you've got. Personal values are a far greater treasure than financial assets. I don't care how big your house is. You can only use one toilet at a time. I don't care what kind of car you drive. Public transport, riding a bike, walking are all cheaper and more environmentally friendly. I don't care what politics you follow. Just don't try and tell me that they're leaders. I don't care what religion you worship. Try believing in yourself. It's far more spiritually enlightening. I don't care about your sexual orientation. What you do is your business. I have no wish to subscribe to your private porn channel. I don't care how high your IQ is. Following your heart and making the right choice is far more intelligent than doing what people tell you is logical. I don't care what your gender is. What's between your legs is secondary to what's between your ears, which after all decides what gender you are.
Yeah.
I don't care what you eat. Carnivore, vegetarian, vegan, breatharian. Just be grateful you live in a country where you've got a choice of eating.
Yes.
I don't care what colour you are. We all bleed red. Colour is a measurement of pigment, not your worth as a human being. All I care about is we put our differences aside and care about each other. Because what you care about might be gone tomorrow. That beautiful piece of nature you like to sit in is now a housing development. That person that you were in love with is now your mortal enemy. That favourite food that you used to like eating has now been shown to be 7 times more fattening than sugar. My favourite places kept on disappearing. I became sure it was not just me. As soon as something nice was appearing, it vanished, was destroyed, no longer free. I remember happiness in my mother's arms, loving eyes, warm flesh, all I could see. Then sudden drop into way of life's harm. My favourite place was now my sister's, a little princess, endowed with looks and charm. I toddled through a land of skin knees, bumps and blisters, to find a favourite place I could call my own. But all I found was other little misters in whose company I was grown. Big root pressure, pranks, black eyes, bruises convinced me I would be better off someplace all alone. A destination is decided by what transport one chooses. I chose to drive there with my brain. For were not the perpetrators of abuses, the childhood instigators of pain, emotionally retarded, stupid, dumb? My favourite place was now a higher, intellectual plane. Wordy worlds of fact and fiction, turning pages with my thumb. I could have lived there forever, content inside my head, except for the education system's curriculum. The teacher's lessons did not correlate with all the facts that I had read. The fiction I enjoyed was deemed inappropriate for a person just my age. My so-called mentors seemed to want me clinically brain dead, rather than some child prodigy or worldly, wise young sage. I was labelled a challenged, trouble-making clown. My favourite place was now a socially reinforced steel cage. I did not let my school prison depress or get me down, but took it as a sign there was a new favourite place to seek. I decided intelligence was overrated throughout my academic gown, adopted individuality, resolved to never just be meek. Wearing ripped clothes of punk era, the shaved head of a thug. Every clown needs a circus. I became a circus freak, juggling bottles in both hands while consuming huge amounts of drugs. Till one day, something happened, like a lightning bolt from above. I met a woman I could adore, cuddle, kiss and hug. My favourite place was now a sense of overwhelming love. I could wax on poetically lyrical for pages about how good it felt, or the abysmal mindset of betrayed disappointment when she gave me the shove. Suffice to say, I realised you deal with the life you're dealt. So when my Zen garden was uprooted to build a block of flats, I migrated to an unspoilt, pristine forest belt. And when the trees were all chopped down for wood chips, planks and slats, I just looked for another favourite place, somewhere, some way, somehow, till the cave in which I was hiding was declared a quarantine sanctuary for bats. I realised then the fabled favourite place was some sad, sick, sacred cow. But were not these favourite places just moments of enjoyment in time? My favourite place is now enjoyment of each moment in the here and now.